The origins of Naadam Festival. It can be traced back to the nomadic traditions of the Mongolian people. It is believed to have evolved from the military parades and sporting competitions that were organized by the Genghis Khan and other Mongol leaders to keep their warriors battle ready. The festival has roots in ancient shamanistic rituals and the warrior culture of the Mongols, emphasizing physical strength, stamina, and skill. The Naadam Festival has ancient origins, predating Genghis Khan's unification of the Mongol tribes. Early forms of Naadams were connected to shamanistic rituals and seasonal celebrations. During Genghis Khan's reign in the 13th century, the festival became more structured. It served both as a celebration of military prowess and a means to train soldiers through sports. Over the centuries, the festival evolved to include more elements of Mongolian culture and became a more civilian-centered event. With the spread of Buddhism in Mongolia, Naadam also incorporated religious elements. Monasteries often organized events that coincided with Naadam celebrations. The festival is a reflection of Mongolia's rich cultural heritage, showcasing the traditional music, dance, and customs. The most grandiose ceremony of the Naadam Festival begins with the representation of the 9 white banners, traditionally stored in a government house. These banners hold a significant historical importance, dating back to the 13th century when the Genghis Khan founded the Great Mongolian Empire. He introduced the 9 white banners, or Yusung Hult Tsagantok, as a ceremonial symbols. Each of these banners is composed of a flagpole decorated with the white horsetail hairs, hanging from the round surface, topped with a flame or fork-like shape. The 9 white banners served as a peacetime emblem, exclusively used by the Khans or kings, displayed in front of their ger, the traditional Mongolian dwelling. There is one central banner that is larger than the other 8.
The 9 white banners are made from the tail hair of 1,000 stallions from each province, with the white and tawny colors symbolizing the power and strength of the Mongol Empire. These banners are cleaned only with rainwater, as ancient Mongolians believed rainwater, being from the heavens, was pure. After the adoption of democracy in the early 1990s, the 9 white banners regained their significance as a symbol of the traditional Mongolian state, replacing the communist red flags. Normally, stored on the 3rd floor of the government house, the banners are brought out each year for the Naadam Festival at the Central Stadium. Naadam Festival is the most popular national holiday where Mongolians celebrate national independence and historical anniversaries, and inherit the tradition and nomadic culture for the next generations. The Naadam Festival symbolizes national integrity. It also allows travelers to mingle with Mongolians and observe the authentic traditional culture. The Naadam Festival is typically held from July 11th to 13th each year, but this year it is said to held from July 10th to 15th. The Naadam is locally termed Aring Govan Naadam, which means 3 manly sports. The 3 sports are horse racing, wrestling, and archery. Later added the knucklebone shooting game. Thus, Naadam Festival comprises 4 national sports. Although it is called 3 manly sports, women can participate in horse racing, archery, and ankle bone shooting too, but not in wrestling.
Wrestling is the most prestigious event in Naadam. It has no weight classes, allowing wrestlers of all sizes to compete against each other. In other words, the smallest may go against the heaviest. It is as much about the strategy as about the weight and strength, with the hundreds of moves. The competition is single elimination. The match continues until one wrestler forces the other to touch the ground with any part of their body other than feet or hands. Wrestlers wear a traditional costume called zodok, an open-fronted jacket, and shodok, a thigh shorts. They also wear boots and traditional hat. The wrestling matches began with the eagle dance, symbolizing the strength and grace of the competitors. Before the wrestling competition starts, wrestlers come into the center of the stadium in two lines, waving like a bird. And they go around the white banners installed in the center of the stadium, and then they go back to stay in two lanes, facing each other. From both sides, trainers sing a kind of song saying all the titles of the wrestlers, basically praising the wrestlers, standing at the head of the lines. And then they say that the wrestlers from each of their lines invite the opponents for a bout. The winners of rounds are awarded the titles of Falcon after the 5th round, Hawk after the 6th round, Elephant after the 7th, Garuda after the 8th, and the Lion after the 9th round.
As for horse racing, it is unlike most horse racing events worldwide. Naadam's horses race in 6 age categories over various distances. The races are long distance, covering up to 30 kilometers depending on the horse's age. Riders must be at least 7 years old and using mobile phones or other communication devices to give directions or advice to the young riders is strictly prohibited. To ensure safety, it is mandatory for children jockeys to have a saddle and protection for their chest and knees. Riders must also be insured against accidents and have parental permission to participate. Titles are awarded to the children jockeys, and songs of praise are sung to honor the winning horse, the horse trainers, and horse riders. Before the race, horses are trained rigorously. Jockeys sing the traditional songs called Gingo to encourage their horses, and the winning horse is honored with special songs and milk sprinkled on its back. While the children jockeys cross the finishing line with the horses, there are hundreds of horsemen galloping away with them and celebrating. It just looks amazing to see a huge crowd of horsemen galloping at really top speed. Moving on to the archery, both men and women participate in archery competitions, which is a relatively recent inclusion for women. Traditional Mongolian bows and arrows are used. These bows are made from wood, horn, and sinew. The targets are small woven leather rings placed on the ground. Archers shoot from a distance of 75 meters for men and 60 meters for women. Teams of 10 compete, and each archer has 4 arrows per round. The winning archer, or the Magan, which translates as the most accurate, is the one who hits the targets the most times. Mongolians are pretty much born with archery skills, which is an integral part of their nomad's lifestyle. From the very childhood, such qualities such as perfect eyesight, measurement, patience, and strength are nourished to develop a good archer.
The festival kicks off with an elaborate opening ceremony in Ulaanbaatar's National Sports Stadium. It features traditional music, dance performances, and military parade. Dignitaries, including the President of Mongolia, often give speeches, emphasizing the festival's importance in preserving Mongolian culture and heritage. The festival is also a time for feasting. One of the must-have food during the Naadam Festival is hoshor. Hoshor, or meat-filled fried pancakes, is the major food that anyone at the stadium shouldn't miss. Even Mongolians who didn't attend the opening ceremony of the Naadam Festival at the stadium go to the stadium just to eat their Naadam's hoshor. It is unwritten law that no one should miss this delicious dish. As for beverage, the arak, fermented mare's milk, is widely enjoyed. Food stalls and vendors set up near festival grounds, offering a variety of local delicacies. While the main celebration occurs in Ulaanbaatar, Naadam is also celebrated in rural areas. Local Naadam festivals have a more intimate feel and provide a glimpse into the everyday life and customs of Mongolian nomads. Today, Naadam is recognized as an expression of Mongolian identity and pride. In 2010, it was inscribed on the UNESCO representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity. The festival attracts tourists from around the world, eager to experience the unique blend of the sports, culture, and tradition that defines the Mongolian Naadam Festival. The Naadam Festival is more than just a sporting event. It is a vibrant celebration of Mongolia's history, culture, and nomadic heritage. With its origin in ancient traditions and its continuing evolution in modern times, Naadam remains a vital part of Mongolia's national identity.